Good evening. Welcome to the DonnaInk Publications Book Show. We're starting a new series on TBI Guys Learning Lessons. This is going to be a training vehicle where we're going to be assembling a title live on the air in segments. And the author, J.R. Hatcher, is here, and his co-author for their newest title, Awakenings, New Beginnings, and Learning Lessons, A.L. Brooks, is currently on travel, but these sessions will take place every other Sunday, so we look forward to hearing from him very soon. So, not to diminish any capacity at all, here is what I believe is TBI Guy. Is that right, Jamie?
Yes.
How did you come to be TBI Guy?
I was in a car accident and, you know, pretty much yeah.
And what, you sustained a brain injury in a car accident?
Yes.
That's unfortunate. However,
Yeah, it's okay.
well, you're making lemons out of lemonade out of lemons, right?
Yes.
I killed that cliche, didn't I? Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about why you are writing books and what your first title? I understand you have a few titles. What's your first title?
TBI Guys Learning Lessons. Raking grandiflora magnolia leaves.
Oh, wow. Those are kind of pretty trees, are they?
Yes.
Yes. Well, how are the leaves? Did you have fun? I assume, are you the character in your titles?
Yes.
And what is it like to rake grandiflora magnolia trees?
Pain in the
Leaves.
butt.
So you chose to write about it because it was such a pain.
Yeah.
And is there a reason? Do you have an affinity for magnolia trees, or do you have some practical experience with them, or how does that
No.
work?
I just decided to make a book.
Oh, okay. And the book, who's the book for?
People of all ages.
And I understand that that one is a children's title.
Yes.
Do you have a copy? I don't see my copy. Do you have a copy that you could show before the screen so readers will be able to see it? Oh, can you hold it up a little further? It's kind of blurry. Back a little bit, maybe. Nope, a little back, further back. More in the middle. Never mind. We'll capture that. Oh, there we go. It was there at the bottom. We could see it. So, oh, there you go. There, you can see it really well now. Thank you. TBI Guys Learning Lessons, Raking Grandiflora Magnolia Trees. Well, that's quite an undertaking to write a book. How did that go? Did you find it an easy process?
It was okay. I mean, it was kind of difficult, but not really.
And how are your readers? Do you have a good amount of readers?
Yes.
And are they enjoying your title?
Yes.
So you want to expand on that a little bit? Do you have any experience where you've shared the title with somebody and you have a feedback story, or?
No.
Okay. All right. So for the new title, Awakenings, New Beginnings, and Learning Lessons, I understand that you have a co-author. Do you want to tell us a little bit
Yes.
about his first name, Alan?
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about Alan?
He's my therapist.
Okay. Anything more?
He's a good character, a good person.
Okay. Did you come up with the idea to create a book with both of you as authors?
Yes.
And that was
Well, actually, we both did.
oh, that's great. That's great. So, are you going to present your book to industry people or people of all ages? You're going to develop a book tour?
Um, we'll play it by ear.
Okay.
you know?
Hmm. So, as a represented author, this is going. These sessions are going to be training sessions where you're going to
Yes,
brainstorm about your impending title, because you and Alan are in two different locations. Is that correct?
yes.
Where do you
And
live?
this is also my first time uh recording.
Okay. So this will be good then, because we'll be able to perform the recordings and do some trial runs and get you comfortable, because you're going to be doing book signings and presentations in the future. And I understand you'd like to be a speaker at some events in the future.
Yes,
So this is good practice for that, isn't it?
yes.
So we can expand a little on our dialogue beyond yes. No. You
Well,
gotta you
you
gotta
know,
talk to your readers. You gotta talk a little more. That's your first lesson.
yes.
So yes and no is, you're not in the courtroom. No one, no one's gonna cross-examine you, and there's no judge with a gavel. Not that you have any affinity for courtrooms, but yes and no answers are usually in those sorts of situations. So, what is your process that you're using presently to develop your story?
Well,
Do you pray?
basically life experiences.
Well, that's true, but in a lot of authors have processes. They like some outline and work from an outline. Others are called pantsers, which means that they just go from the seat of their pants and they just write. Others dream about it. Some authors get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and they write, and then they go for a walk, start their day. Others write at lunch. Some write all day long, like a job. Some write in the evening. Some do the best writing overnight. Do you know when your creative energy chimes in? Is it during the day, at night, or
Well, I have just begun, so I have not crossed that chasm yet.
okay? So you haven't really developed a style of developmental style. Well, that's okay. Um, that's a work in progress with authors. Your first title is very cute, and I understand as much as it's been marketed, it's gotten good responses. And your second title, I understand, is in release. What's the name of your second title?
TBI guys learning lessons dealing with bullies.
Have you had to deal with bullies?
Yes,
Have you had to deal with bullies since you've had a brain injury?
especially since I've received a traumatic brain injury.
What types of things has that included, if you can share that?
People making fun of me, how I talk, and or well, how my voice sounds, and things of that nature.
Well, that's not too nice. People do that with people that have a TBI, even though they know you have a disability.
Yes,
They do it more than they did when you didn't have one.
eh. I mean, yes and no.
So people can just generally be kind of mean sometimes. But
Ultimately, people, if you don't mind me saying, ultimately people are well, a lot of people choose to be uh people that tear people down instead of build people up.
and are you someone who builds people up?
Yes, I
Is that
try
what you?
to.
So like that's the TBI guy mission, is to build people up and help them
Yes,
understand TBI awareness and TBI disability. Do you think the public understands what it is to have a traumatic brain injury?
some do, but not all.
Not all. So, in dialoguing with you, I know that there's a lot of people who are very conscientious about uh, TBIs that you have met and worked with. Like your co-author, he's very conscientious. I understand he's become a good friend as
Yes.
well as a therapist, which is nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Mhm. So, in the development of your new book, uh, I uh, I have seen the outline. There's like a basic outline, and it looks like it's going to be pretty exciting. You're going to have a brain, a little character brain,
Yes.
and you have a cool illustrator. His name is Bob. Do you know what his last name is?
No, I did
I
not
I
keep track
understand
of that.
he's pretty professional. Well, I acquired it for you. He's a very professional illustrator. So his little brains are going to be expensive little critters, but they're very cute. And the brains are going to help with the dialogue of your chapters when you're making key points. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so when we're on the conjoined call, and Alan is on the call with us, we're going to have Alan and you brainstorm ideas, and the three of us are going to pitch those back and forth to make sure that we're able to uh, get a solid development going that includes your voice, and then Alan is going to give therapeutic information along with the voice. That's how that's
Yes.
working, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So this is our first session, and um, we're going
I've got
to,
learning lessons to do.
yes, and we're going to we're going to move this forward, um, and then do the next session. I think for this one, we're both hem and hawing a little bit, so we're going to get our agenda put together for the next program. We're going to have
Yes.
a longer program because Alan will be on. I believe he's going to be in town at that time at his location to be able to do a Zoom. And then we're going to jump back on and do these. And perhaps you and I can do a couple of trial runs and see, do some podcasting and get you a little more comfortable on camera. Okay?
Yes.
Understandably, with the TBI, I think you're doing phenomenal. That you're on camera and you're, you know, maintaining your uh, composure and you're answering questions really well. And
Thank you.
you've got information that people will want to read and see and view because, well, a lot of people, like we said, 1 in 4 people has a TBI uh, family member or best friend or associate at work. TBIs are quite prolific today, and most folks don't understand that. And we know that there's a lot of things like hidden TBIs and um, TBIs that people aren't aware of, where some people have a TBI and maybe nobody even knows. But as a TBI, correct me if I'm wrong, but as a TBI survivor, you can kind of meet somebody and kind of know whether they also have a TBI fairly easily.
Yes. I mean, it's pretty easy being able to tell that somebody has a disability or a traumatic brain injury. It's you can kind of hear it in the voice and see it in the or read it in uh the body language.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's something readers would like to learn more about because then if a reader learns about that and then they meet someone with a TBI, they'll be aware and be able to engage in a more cognizant level because they'll comprehend and understand more what it's like to discuss things with someone with a TBI. And ultimately, that's what your book, Awakenings, New Beginnings, and Learning Lessons is going to be about. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's going to be kind of a informative. I understand it's going to be fun. The little brain character looks really fun, so that's good. It'll be, engaging and educational as well as entertaining. So that's can't have more than that in a book, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can I see that Smile one more time. Jamie, thank you for coming on the Donna Inc. Book Show and the TBI Guys Learning Lessons YouTube channel. And we look forward to our next adventure when Alan will join us, and we'll start actually doing some brainstorming on the title and include readers as we go. Perhaps we can get even some readers to participate later on and get feedback, so the book and the development is developed more for the reader, and then readers will appreciate it more. Is that okay?
Yes.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
All right. So I look forward to speaking with you again. I would like to also plug some Donna Inc. books. We've got one here that is, I think we're going to have to practice this because both of us fan out. This is a, nope, can't do that. We're going to figure out how to do that next time. I've got lessons to learn as well. So that's good to end on that note, that we all have lessons to learn. Thank you, Jamie.
No problem. Thank you.